Item 4.1, update on the City College of San Francisco. And we have okay, Eric. Go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning, President Baca, members of the board, Chancellor Harris. This next item before you is an informational item. It's an update on the City College of San Francisco. And we have with us today your special trustee, Dr. Robert Agrella. You are well informed. The microphone not working? Okay. You've discussed this issue on several occasions and had some.
You have to get really close to it.
You've discussed this issue on multiple occasions, and so you've got a great deal of familiarity with it. But just a little bit of intro before Dr. Agrella provides the update. The Special Trustee Agrella was appointed on October 22nd, and since then he's been working closely with the City College Board and with Dr. Thelma Scott Skillman, who we're fortunate to have in the audience today here. She's the district's interim chancellor. And Dr. Agrella has been serving in that special trustee role and providing guidance, counsel, and also exercising the stay and rescind power, the authority to block board actions if they're inconsistent with recovery. So he's been intimately involved in the district's hard work, the board's hard work to address the accreditation deficiencies that have been identified. And so some of the key dates ahead are on March 15th, the district will be submitting the City College Board will be submitting both its show cause report and also its closure plan. And so those are, again, some of the key timeframes and deadlines that are ahead. With that, I'm going to turn over to Dr. Agrella, and he can provide the update.
Thank you, Garrick, and good morning, members of the board, Chancellor Harris. I appreciate very much the opportunity to speak with you today about City College of San Francisco, as Eric has said, and talk a little bit about the progress that the college has made moving off of its show cause accreditation status at the present time. As you might expect, with the March 15th deadline that Eric mentioned for the report to the Accrediting Commission looming on the near horizon, that's not very far away. The work to complete the report, which must address the 14 recommendations from the Commission as well as the FICMAT report, is keeping many of the college community very, very busy. As I reported previously to you in written form, addressing these recommendations mandates significant change within the district at every level of the organization, and change is not embraced by many individuals within the college. While most individuals will say change is needed, it always amazes me how the change that is needed somehow should always be directed at someone else or someone other part of the organization. But change is occurring at CCSF, and I would like to review for you some of the major changes, activities, and challenges that are underway and lie ahead. Under Interim Chancellor Thelma Scott Skillman, the new department chair structure is being implemented at a cost savings of approximately $2 million per year. Now, as important as the $2 million cost savings is to aiding the fiscal stability of the college, the restructuring of the department chairs and the redefining of a chair's duties and responsibilities in relationship to the academic dean's duties and responsibilities is a key component in creating an effective and accountable administrative structure for CCSF. Now, let me be clear, however, that the acrimony around this change continues to be a rallying cry by many members of the faculty that the old structure was fine and required no significant modification. This perspective is, of course, entirely opposite to the findings of both the accreditation and the FICMAT reports. Another major change that is occurring is that under the leadership of Interim Vice Chancellor of Student Services, Dr. Ed Schenk, a reorganization of the Student Services area of the college was approved by the Board of Trustees last December 13th. This new structure consolidates all counseling activities under a single dean for matriculation and counseling. Previously, counseling was split and reported to two separate deans. The counseling of other student services activities is occurring under the restructured positions of the Dean of Admissions, Records, and Outreach, a Dean of Financial Services and Scholarships, and a Dean of Student Services, Affairs, and Wellness. The concept driving these consolidations is to develop a one-stop approach to provide admission, registration, financial aid, assessment, and counseling, both at the Ocean campus as well as on a limited but a schedule basis at the education centers. Once this reorganization is totally in place, the college will also need to upgrade the technological support for the student services areas to improve service delivery, enable students to do more online to help themselves, as well as a number of other upgrades. I'm pleased to report that the total cost savings of the reorganizations is approximately $700,000. Now, collective bargaining negotiations at the college, as you might expect, are very difficult. Several of the key items that must be changed, such as salary structures, health benefits, and other related personnel issues, reside within the collective bargaining contracts of the faculty, classified staff, and the department chairs. At this time, none of the bargaining units have agreed to any salary concessions for 2013-14. The general consensus of these constituent groups appears to be that with the passage in November of the statewide Proposition 30 and the local parcel tax, Proposition A or Measure A, there is no need for any further salary concessions. The stance of the district, and I fully concur with this, is that the passage of proposition for this year just simply meant no mid-year revenue reductions, and that local property parcel tax is, in fact, not going to be seen until sometime after July 1st, 2013. The use of the parcel taxes is being debated heavily. Our perspective is that the parcel tax must be used in the first call on it to restore a minimum 5% unrestricted general fund reserve. Parcel tax revenues should also be used to begin to address the district's other long-term OPEB obligations, create a means to address ongoing maintenance and technology needs, and begin creating a special reserve to help the district address the fiscal cliff that we are all hearing about, that it will face when the revenue source ceases to exist after 8 years. That's the length of time for the parcel tax. The district has developed an 8-year plan aimed at addressing each of these issues that also establishes an approximate $3.8 million fund each year that would be quote-unquote available for other purposes. Unfortunately, however, the district's current enrollment pattern continues to show a decline this spring that would project a revenue loss this year of approximately $6 million, since the district is currently in its second year of stability funding. For this reason, the district is going to need more salary concessions this year as well as next year, while simultaneously using additional revenue, hopefully parcel tax revenue, to attempt to gain back lost enrollments and therefore build up its base again. AFT refuses to accept this line of reasoning at this time, and SEIU has indicated that layoffs are preferable to any further salary concessions. Consequently, the district has noticed 36 classified staff and has exercised its right to use the so-called trombone clause in the AFT bargaining agreement. Both AFT and SEIU have filed grievances against the district and unfair labor practices for these actions. In my view, the district is pursuing a correct and prudent path that could lead to long-term solvency, but that obviously, unfortunately, sometimes lead to the kind of labor unrest currently being experienced. Another item to bring to your attention is, as you may be aware, the district has been approved for the construction of a performing arts facility that must be under construction by June 30th, 2014, and completed by June 30th, 2016. This project's projected cost of approximately $90 million is to be shared through the use of state funds that have been identified and the final bit of local district general obligation bond funds. In consultation with Interim Chancellor Scott Skillman, we have placed the actual letting of a bid for this project on hold at this time. The reasoning behind this decision is that no operational plans have been developed for the total cost of ownership of the facility. No staffing plan has been developed, nor has any operations business plan been developed to assure the long-term viability of such a project. Needless to say, placing this long sought-after facility on hold has upset various segments of the college as well as the external community. However, to proceed with such a facility at this time would certainly continue to enforce the poor planning efforts that have been highlighted throughout both the accreditation and the FCMAT reports. The district also continues to review the costs of maintaining the number of off-campus sites it has at the present time. As I reported in my November written report, a number of small campus sites have already been closed or consolidated, and currently the district is looking at similar possible actions for one or possibly more of its centers. The mere mention of closing certain centers has resulted in much public comment at the board meetings, as well as acrimony by and between some trustees as well. Like many other issues in the district, in the past, difficult decisions were sometimes avoided by the Board of Trustees or made solely for political reasons in order to placate various individuals, groups, or in some cases, members of the boards itself. This kind of decision-making by the board cannot continue or be tolerated if the long-term viability of the district is to be assured. As I mentioned earlier, the reorganization of the academic affairs and student development divisions of the district are well underway. The job announcements for the Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs and Vice Chancellor of Student Development were publicly announced December 20th. And the Associate Vice Chancellors and Dean positions have now also been announced. Administrators currently in those positions have met individually with Dr. Scott Skillman to review their options, including the option to apply for the position they hold currently. The Administrative Services Division, composed primarily of fiscal and facilities areas, is slated for review by an outside agency in coordination with the Chancellor's Office, with the intent of the analysis being completed by April of 2013. Effective July 1, 2013, the complete reorganization of the district is in fact to be accomplished. The last item that I'd like to bring to your attention today is the assistance that the City of San Francisco Mayor Edwin Lee and his office has been providing to the college. Dr. Scott Skillman and I have met with Mayor Lee and key members of his staff on several occasions to brief him on the status of the projects I have just spoken about, as well as several others. Mayor Lee has made key members of his staff available to meet with CCSF staff on at least a semi-monthly basis to assist in strategizing collective bargaining and personnel issues. These meetings have been proven to be quite helpful in addressing the thorny issues the district continues to face in the collective bargaining arena, as well as keep the mayor's office informed of other happenings at the college. Mayor Lee has expressed his deep concern for getting CCSF on stable, sustainable path that will allow the college to continue to provide workforce training and the opportunities that quality education and student services offerings afford the San Francisco community. In closing, I want to express to you the deep concern I have for the long-term health of CCSF. My comments today have expressed only some of the issues the college is confronting or will confront, and do so in a highly charged political environment. Through my work beginning in July as a consultant and then as the special trustee effective in October, I've developed a much better understanding of the issues, personalities, and complexities that must be overcome if CCSF is to emerge as a viable educational entity. The factions that exist within the college and the Board of Trustees still very much exist and continue, in my opinion, to threaten the viability of the district. The attitude that CCSF is too big to fail, while perhaps less openly spoken now than it was 6 months ago, I believe is still very much alive in the minds of many at the college. While City College of San Francisco has made great progress toward meeting accreditation goals, much work remains to be accomplished, and the time frame for accomplishing this, as we all know, is extremely short. I'd like to thank you again. I'd certainly be pleased to respond to any questions that you might have.
Dr. Agrella, thank you for being here this afternoon. And before I open board comments, we have a couple of comments from the public. Vice President Baum.
I'd like to recognize Carl Friedlander from the California Federation of Teachers.
Chancellor Harris, Board President Baca, members of the Board of Governors, I'm Carl Friedlander, President of the Community College Council of the California Federation of Teachers. The California Federation of Teachers strongly objects to the strong-arm approach to bargaining that management is currently employing at City College of San Francisco. AFT 2121, our San Francisco local, in fact has a long and proud history of working constructively and collaboratively with district management to solve serious problems. For example, I should point out that recognizing the fiscal challenges the district was facing, 2121 agreed to a pay reduction of almost 3% for the current fiscal year. This is prior to this year beginning. They led the successful campaign to pass a parcel tax on November 6th and provided statewide leadership for Proposition 30. The leaders and members of 2121 understand that despite the sacrifices that they have already made and the victories that they have helped to secure, new financial challenges have emerged due to the enrollment decline and resultant funding loss precipitated by the action of the Accrediting Commission. We urge the Chancellor's Office to work with City College of San Francisco to try to mitigate these new challenges, which were not the creation of the district. But in addition, AFT 2121 is, I am convinced, as always, prepared to engage constructively in bargaining based on a foundation of mutual respect. Unfortunately, the recent actions of City College management in attempting to impose an additional 9% pay cut on top of the 3% pay cut that was agreed to last year demonstrates an intention to dictate rather than a willingness to seriously engage. This is unacceptable, not just to AFT 2121, but to all of us in the California Federation of Teachers, to faculty and staff across the state, and to the broader labor movement and its community partners. Thank you.
We have another card from Richard Hansen from the California Community College Independence.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm the president of the California Community College Independence. We're the statewide organization for the independent unions among the faculty that were not affiliated with any larger organization. And before I get started, I want to thank Dr. Agrella for his work on this problem. It is a problem that needs to be resolved. I met Dr. Agrella back in 1990. I think that was your first year at Santa Rosa,
It was.
where I worked for a year as a sabbatical leave replacement, a breed that's disappearing in our system these days due to budget problems, something we used to use quite often. And Santa Rosa Junior College is another independent, it's one of our independent campuses, as is Redwoods. Redwoods, as you know, is another district that's facing a similar problem with accreditation. And the independents over the years certainly pride ourselves on exactly what Carl Friedlander was talking about, working carefully, effectively, consciously with the districts to solve problems, financial problems, administrative problems, making day-to-day things work on the campus. So I do hope, as Carl Friedlander says, that the district can get back to that kind of tradition. But then I also want to talk about this in a broader sense. You're probably well aware that many, many faculty in this state are very concerned and upset about how the Accreditation Commission is proceeding. accreditation is something that's worthy and important to do. But the way that they're going about it now with this very public sort of spanking of institutions is really not helpful. And certainly in the case of City of San Francisco College, that they've really gone, we think, far, far above what's called for. There are problems to be solved, as I said earlier, but this is not the way to solve them. It would be more along the lines that Carl Friedlander was describing, working together, coming to an agreement. It was early on, probably 4 years ago or so, that my group wrote a resolution in opposition to the way the Accreditation Commission was beginning to proceed at that time, and now is really back in full force in that same direction. And we're very upset about that, so I want to make sure you know that our organization plans to be addressing that issue. Collective bargaining. The Accreditation Commission should not be involved in issues of collective bargaining, and a lot of these discussions are under a great deal of pressure, as you might imagine, from the Commission. They also are involved in shared governance issues, something that our system prides itself on, in coming to conclusions through working together cooperatively. The Commission is putting its foot into that arena as well. So this is going to be an issue that's going to be coming to you, I think, in the future from certainly faculty groups, but others as well. And we hope that we can come to a better means of moving forward to meet Accreditation Commission requirements. And I think also one of the key problems at this time is that we have to be mindful that all of the institutions are working under a very difficult economic period of stress. And yet the Commission is not thinking about that at all, moving ahead with its requirements. It's very difficult for all of the districts, and not just the ones that are directly under the gun. Thank you very much.
Members? Well, you know, okay. Member Ramos, go ahead.
Thank you, President Baca, and thank you, Dr. Agrella, for your presentation. I have a question that is probably going to be seen, and I understand why, as a tertiary, consideration under the immediate circumstances, but I think it's important. The college is, as we know, a great treasure, and among the many assets that it has in its physical plant is a Diego Rivera mural that is a world treasure, and that was, as I understand it, in discussion to be part of this new facility that is now on hold, the Performance Arts facility. I understand there was some discussion of possibly relocating that mural as a centerpiece for the entrance of this new facility. So with complete sensitivity to the more immediate issues that face us on a human level in terms of our students, our faculty, and our staff, I'm also concerned about the collateral damage of the uncertainty at City College, resulting potentially in the neglect of that very important cultural heritage item. And there may be other assets at the college that are also at risk of being neglected or being lost, frankly, if proper action is not taken. So I know this is not something that would fall immediately under your purview, but I do want to state for the record that it's exceedingly important that in the process of resolving the issues at City College, that these asset issues are addressed, I think, in sync with the other issues that would relate to personnel and cost savings reductions, more responsible governance, and the like. So I apologize for putting that on you, knowing that that's an issue that doesn't fall squarely on your shoulders, but I think that we would all agree that it's more than just the immediacy of the issues that you've covered. It's also that there are these collateral asset
Absolutely.
issues that I think we need to be very responsible and mindful of in light of the implications of irresponsibly not attending to those matters.
I appreciate your comments very much. A portion of the March 15th report that must be developed is a closure report. And one of the items in that closure report is the disposition of physical assets. And that has to be defined. And certainly what you have just noted, I am aware that there were discussions. I don't know that there was a complete closure on whether or not that would be moved to a new performing arts facility or not. But setting that issue aside, the closure report must address not only the physical assets, but also what happens to the students. We're talking about between 86,000 and 90,000 students. So it has to be, the closure report itself has to cover all of the different aspects of students, student records, what's going to happen to the assets of the district, and some of the all of the assets of the district must be responded to in that closure report, which becomes very, very important in March 15th as well.
Thank you.
Dr. Grelick, could you give us a more global look at what we're facing here? Thank you very much for the presentation. I think it covers very well the major issues that we're confronting there at the City College of San Francisco. But if you could just give a global perspective, Chancellor Harris, maybe you can join in on this, as to the accreditation issues, the process, the relationship, so that we can have some broad context in terms of what we're looking at in terms of timeline.
Well, the show cause report and portion of the closure report all is due to the commission on March 15th. I think from a strict perspective, by March 15th, there has to be all of the items that were identified in that accreditation report and, of course, in the FICMAT report meshed together should be solved. That's going to be an impossibility, in my opinion. It's not a possible task to do. The best that could be done, in my opinion, at this point in time, and again, I don't represent the commission in any way, the best that could be done would be significant progress, and we're making significant progress. Even with the problems that I've identified, I don't want to minimize the significant progress that has been made. And then to show also all of the planning efforts that will be made to complete some of the activities that are currently underway. And that, if those can be, I think, strengthened enough, then the accrediting commission would have the possibility of doing one of two actions. One would be to extend show cause, because there is a clause in that under extenuating circumstances, show cause can be extended. What period of time would be up to the commission. In order to take that, I personally, my perspective would be that we would have to not only show significant progress, but that the plans that are in place would get us to where we need to be at a very, very definitive point in time. Okay? So that's what has happened. What has happened to the college over a period of time, however, is when you go back into the accreditation reports, going back to 2006 and probably even before, the recommendations that have been made during this course of time have not been tended to by the institution. So the 2006 recommendations went back in. The team came in, found in 2012 that not only had those not been accomplished, but now there are significantly other problems that need to be addressed. And when I addressed the Board of Trustees not too long ago, it's not my opinion that any single individual or group of people within the college are totally responsible for where the institution finds itself today. It's a number of poor decisions that were made along the way, decisions that were made without looking at the consequences of those decisions, the long-term consequences, and so you tend to heap patches on top of patches on top of patches, and pretty soon all you have is this mesh. And it's an MESH, not an MESS, although it probably turns into that as well. And that's the unfortunate situation that City College finds itself in at the present time. So the level of problems are deep and they're long-term.
And President Baca, just to put a point on it, it's at the commission's June meeting, in which they'll be reviewing the show cause report and the closure plan, and it'll make a determination. And at that point, we'll have a very definitive outcome that either the accreditation for City College of San Francisco has been revoked, in which case it can no longer be part of our system. We cannot fund an unaccredited college. In which case, there's the plan. We have the challenge at hand would be how does California serve the 90,000 students that are currently in that service area? Or the accreditation commission can come out with a finding in which accreditation will be continued, and in which obviously that's the outcome we're all hoping for and working towards, and Dr. Agrella, Dr. Skillman, and everybody back at the district are working on. But just to put a point on it, we're approaching a very definitive point in time. While these challenges stretch way back into the past, and it could take years and years and years to solve these, the accreditation process does not allow for that.
This is sounding a great deal like the fiscal cliff discussion nationally, but worse. And it's obviously going to take the leadership of the college as well as the constituent groups to work together to resolve this. But if there seems to be maybe certain impasse at this point with regard to the discussions, or is there a likelihood that those discussions might improve over the next few weeks? What's your perspective on that, Dr.?
Well, I think the discussions will be ongoing certainly with all of the labor unions. I'm going to be having some meetings as well with some of the folks inside the organizations separately. There's always hope, and the college is filled with a lot of people. Vast majority of the individuals at the college really care for CCSF. There's no question about that, and they really care about the students. And there's a tremendous amount of really good work that we're not talking about that happens on a daily basis in laboratories and classrooms and all kinds of activities that go on at the institution. So I'm still hopeful that some of the log jams that we currently have can be solved amicably. Having said that, I also need to say that I think that the institution has to take certain actions if it can't be solved amicably in order to try and salvage the accreditation itself.
Yeah, either it's going to get worked out inside or it's going to get worked out for us.
That's correct.
And the working out for us is looming very, very close. Member Reed?
No, my question originally dealt with the unfunded liability of the pension plan, and that was addressed to this board early on, and I was wondering if any work has been done on that.
Well, they of course performed another financial audit. They have to audit that pension plan. You're talking about the OPEB requirements, which is somewhat, I think at the last look at it, was about $223 million. I can't be sure of that. Part of that 8-year plan for the use of the parcel tax is to begin to address that and begin to put money away towards that liability itself. So that was one of the means to get to that, because the liability on an annual basis obviously is growing. At the present time, the college has to pay out approximately $7 million. That's what their annual requirement is. So to try and build that reserve and begin to build the OPEB requirement, that's what we saw part of the parcel tax to be used for.
Thinking that City College San Francisco is too big to fail is probably one that is a non-starter, because it can fail. And it seems that the issues that are looming with the accreditation have to be resolved, otherwise it will. And because of its size, it has significant implications for the system itself and for community college education in the state. So we can't afford to let that happen. So the leadership and the various constituent groups there have to be able to deal with the issues and resolve them very quickly. Otherwise, as we all know, they're going to be resolved for us, and the implications of that are much broader than just the City College of San Francisco. So we all have very much an interest in making sure that the leadership and the constituent leaders work this out.
And I also want to assure you that I, as the special trustee, and I know Dr. Scott Skillman and others, are working very hard not to see it not accomplished, but in fact to try and get accreditation reaccomplished, get off the show cause, possibly move to probationary status. I don't think that we would move to full accreditation, but we could move to a probationary status. That would be good. I know Dr. McDougall was a member of the commission and understands that very well. So
And that will require some big decisions in the short term
Absolutely.
as well. So it isn't
absolutely.
as if that's just going to be one that you just kind of defer down the road a little bit
No.
without doing much more
Yeah.
than has been done at this point. Chancellor Harris? Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Dr. Grella. Very good. Good luck. Wish you the very best.
Thank you.